Hey everybody, welcome. I am going to be going live here in 6 minutes. So if you're tuning in live or maybe you're watching on YouTube down the road in the future, welcome. Like I said, we're going to be starting in about 6 minutes. Text your teammates if you haven't already and jump on. I'm just trying to get everything set up here in the background. So, so I'll be ready to go. So welcome. If you're coming in on Zoom, just tell us who you are, where you're from. Okay, so here we go. It's getting closer. And tell us who you are, where you're from. If you're on YouTube, leave a message in the comments. Our first training meeting, and I am recording live streaming now live on YouTube, but it's a private. So what I'm going to do is once it's all done, because we do talk about sensitive information that obviously every company has compliance, so I don't want to say things that I shouldn't say. But I just, what I'll do is once this is all said and done, I will go ahead and share the link with y'all. So I don't know if you guys got my email or not. Sorry about all the dead air. So I'm just waiting. We still have 4 more minutes. Welcome to the Zoom. All right, everybody, welcome. As you're coming in, if you want to go ahead, take a minute, tell us where you're calling in from. Welcome. We're going to be getting
Thank
started.
you.
Hey, how's it going? Where are you calling in from?
Tampa, Florida.
Oh, that's a good spot. Me too. It just doesn't look like it. Crazy, it's dark already, huh?
Yeah, but I'm loving the weather as long as it stays cool.
Yeah, this morning was great. 44 degrees when I got up. That's rare though.
I know. Well, it's Florida for you.
Yeah.
I'm new to the Tampa area, but I'm born and raised in Florida.
Okay, Florida man. Cool. So what brought you to the call? Who invited you?
His name's Andrew.
Forsyth.
Uh, yes.
Sweet. Okay, cool. You should be on here in a minute. So what I'm going over tonight is just some tips on building your business, recruiting, using the product. So if you have any specific questions, you can put them in the chat and I'll do the best I can to get to them. I'm also going live. So on YouTube. So I try to do both. I used to just do Zooms during the pandemic with all my businesses, but then the problem is it's too much of a pain to try to re-record the thing. Like you do it, you record it, then you have to upload it and edit it and all that stuff. So I just went to straight up, hey, there's Andrew. Straight up doing live YouTubes, and then I share the links. So you guys will be able to watch a replay. Andrew,
Gotcha.
your guest Brandon's on, so just letting you know.
Very cool. Good to see you, sir. Nice background. I didn't know you were traveling.
I'm traveling.
It's
I'm
funny.
in a rest stop in Maryland right now, actually.
Are you really?
No, but that's where I took the
Oh,
picture.
yes. I think I've been in that location
Yeah,
before.
I'm sure you have. I got out of the car and I'm like, man, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I grabbed a
Yeah,
quick picture.
you look bundled up like it's cold and freezing and snowing in Maryland right now.
Yeah, it's cold and snowing. It's cold and snowing here.
Yeah.
Got up this morning, it was 44 degrees,
Yeah.
but it's 70 now, so we're good to go.
Oh,
Out there giving.
Hey, Christina's on.
now she looked like she's traveling.
Yeah, she's driving too.
Yes,
Good to see you. You're not driving, are you?
I will be in a minute, but Lisa's here. All right,
Hey,
Johnny's in the
Lisa,
back.
good to see
Hey,
you.
Laura. Okay, I'm gonna.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. People will come on late. That's just the nature of business. So I got you muted as you come in. So my name is Mark Alfano, and I'm new to the Gut Backup family. I started about probably I'm going on a month now. So, but I'm not new to networking and direct sales and things like that. So I've basically made a career of it since I was 18 years old. My wife and I have been involved in a few businesses. I don't do everything that comes down the line. There's certain criteria that I look for before I jump into any business. And it has to make sense for the person joining. Product has to be right. There has to be a good value. So, I never want to do something just to make money. If you're in a business just to make money, then, it's not, to me, I don't think it's ethical way to represent yourself. I mean, yeah, we all need to make a living. But at the same time, you have to provide value for people. And that's why most network marketing opportunities, I turn them down. I look at them and I turn them down because there's really no value except for the guy who's signing you up and you're not getting anything for it. So quick story. I mean, obviously my background is my wife and I's background is we worked our way to the top of 3 businesses. One thing that people will tell you in networking is they'll say, oh, it's impossible to chase more than one rabbit. Well, that's not true. If all your rabbits are in alignment, I say it's more like herding cattle. Who cares about chasing a rabbit? I mean, when's the last time anybody really, chased a rabbit? But, you can herd cattle all day long. And if all your cows are lined up and going in the same direction, then you can have success. So one thing that you're going to see that people are going to tell you, and I mean, look, I'm just getting started, but I mean, I'm going to tell you real quick on how I did it and made gold in the first 3 weeks. Gold means you made more than $1,000. I've never had a startup business where I made $1,000 in the first 3 weeks. And I'm just being real with you. I mean, most businesses, like if it's a brick and mortar business, I lose a ton of money just to get the thing off the ground. And most network marketing opportunities, I don't make money quick. I mean, my other business, my Valar business, my first month I made $9. This business, my first month, I made 1,000. I'm in an energy company. I started in 2012. We started on October 9th October 11th, 2012. I made my first paycheck February 15th, 2013, and it was for $12.60. So, I mean, that's what normal network marketing is all about, right? You get into something and then you don't get paid right away. And so for us to hit gold the first 3 weeks, make $1,000 was huge. But my history is that, the business has to make sense, not just for me, but for the people who are coming on board and for the customer, for the end user. And so I was approached about this business back in September. So a friend of mine who's in the know about every business. I mean, I was actually invited out to Las Vegas once. That's where I met this guy, and to go look at a brand new startup. You know, like this is like one of the things where they fly you out, they pay your expenses, and they say, hey, look, we're starting a new networking business. We want you to be a founder. And he was at that meeting. And so whenever he called me and he said, Mark, I found the one, he didn't even call me. I'm sorry. He sent me a WhatsApp message. Guys, this is a mistake you do not want to do. Okay. So he sends me a WhatsApp message, and I got the message. It had a hot link on it. You know, the company does a weekly call on Wednesday night. He sent me a hot link for the call, and the call had expired. Okay. And so, hey, Thomas, I'm going to hit mute for you.
Hey,
Good to see you. Congrats. All right, I'm going to keep moving. So anyways, the call had expired, right? And so I tried to get a hold of him quickly. I'm like texting this. I'm texting him, hey, I want to know more about this business. Tell me more about it. Tell me more about it, right? But guess what? He went on vacation. He was gone for like 3 weeks. They travel a lot, and I couldn't get a hold of him. Well, you know what? I had some guests over from Italy, Pastor Matteo, who's actually all of ours upline. And we had dinner, we were talking. And as he's walking out the door, he says to me, I mentioned networking. I said, you know, I made a living my whole life in network marketing. And he goes, really? He goes, you know, I just literally signed up in a business when I left Italy to come to the United States, right when I left. And he goes, it's called Got Backup. And I went, wait a minute, I'll stop the press. I said, let me go back to the text that the guy sent me. Went back through, looked at it, and I said, that's the exact same company. And I told him, I said, I'm ready to join. Hey, I love my friend. I'm still friends with my friend. I didn't sign up with my friend because he didn't close the deal. So that's what tonight's call is really all about. You know, I'm going to give you training based on, you know, 25 years of knowledge and experience in this industry on what to do and what not to do when you're first showing the business to people. Okay. Notice what I said real quick, guys. It's showing the business to people, right? It's like we're not out there calling people saying, hey guys, do you want to get 6 terabytes for $9.97 a month? I mean, that's a good thing to do if you want to go out and sell some product, right? But I'm talking about the opportunity here. And so the reason why I'm so excited about the opportunity is I've lived this once before in my life, okay? And it's not very often where opportunity comes to you more than one time. You know, I had a guy tell me, years ago, he says that in the course of your life, you'll have 3 times where opportunities will land in your lap. Most people miss all 3 of them. Okay, maybe somebody grabs the first one and totally screws it up, and then, you know, whatever, and they give up on the next ones that come by. But this is what this person told me. And he says, you know, the right opportunity, you know, will come at the right time. The opportunity of a lifetime is only as good as the lifetime of that opportunity. You know, most people will miss it, guys. They will miss it, and that's perfectly fine. We're not looking for everybody. Right now, we're looking for early adopters. Okay, so why am I so excited about this opportunity? First of all, you have to think about the global size of the business that we're in. In 2012, I joined a business that dealt in energy deregulation, okay? We were limited. I think that when I joined that business, we were only in 6 United States, 6 states. That's it. I grew with the company from 6 to 17 states. Okay. And during that time, we were making between 5 cents and $6 on an electric bill. 5 cents and $6. Most of your early business that you brought in was worth 5 cents. That's it. That's why I told you when I joined that business, I joined in September. October, and in February, my first residual check hit for $12. Okay, so that's what I lived through. And during that time frame, the guy who was the number 1 income earner in that business, who started earlier, he wasn't the first person to join. He was the first person to have a realization that this thing could actually make him a lot of money because he had experience in telecom. Remember, things hit you 1, 2, 3 times. So he saw it in telecom, and he didn't make the big money with XL Communications back in the day in telecom, but he saw the energy come, and he said, this is going to be my ticket to make millions. And he made, I mean, last count, probably $100 million in the business. I mean, I remember back in the last time I saw him, I think he had made like $35-40 million. Okay. The guys that were above me made 1.5, 3, 4, 5 million. You know, they just kept making more and more money. The guy above him was making 15, 20, 30, 40 million. What was the difference between the $30 million earner and the $1 million earner? and myself, who over the course of time made around $300,000. And then you have the bottom guy who didn't make nothing. Number one is they waited too long to jump into it. They waited. They sat back and they waited. Or maybe they joined, but they didn't put the pedal to the metal. That they didn't see the opportunity in the lifetime of that opportunity, guys. And so I lived it. I saw it. And when I saw this, look, it checks out. First of all, the product is amazing. You know, Jesus, who's on the call, actually was one of the first persons to use it that I in my team. I mean, I got it and I was just, man, I was blasting it. I'm like, I'm growing a business because I could have cared less about the product to start. I'm like, I want to go out and build a business because I saw this opportunity. If people can make $30 million on a 5 cent, making 5 cents on electric bills, what can we do making 75% of this opportunity? It's global. We were in 4 states. This is a global opportunity, flip of a switch. So anyways, Jesus calls me and he says, I love the product. He was like, it's phenomenal. I'm using it. I'm loving it. You know, and so that's when I was like, well, I need to start using this thing. And so I logged in, I set up my instant uploads, and I went into my back office. Went on my laptop, on my desktop. I got into it. I started watching training videos on how to use it. It took a little bit of time. I mean, I had some issues in the very beginning. I know Andrew had the same thing where he was like going into the app and hitting the plus sign. You know, no, you got to take 2 seconds, watch a video, and you have to go to instant uploads. It's a settings thing. It's super easy to do once you do it, right? And so then I started to literally get hooked on the product. But then I flipped back over to the opportunity. So now I know that the product works great. I'm using the product. I've integrated my Dropbox is moving over. And speaking of that, Dropbox just sent me an email tonight. I think I started Dropbox with 250 gigabytes. It's like, it's pathetic. Or it was like pathetic, right? Now they want, for 2 terabytes, they want $11.99 a month or $119 a year. I can upgrade to 5 terabytes for $180 a year, or I can get the business plan for $240 a year for, I think, nine terabytes. With Got Backup, $997, 6 terabytes. If I want to add 2 more for life, 2 more terabytes for life, it's only an extra $99. I mean, so that side of it is amazing. All right. So anyways, lived it. And then all of a sudden I said, man, this is it. Like my friend Brian was in Excel. He missed it, jumped into the energy deregulation, and he hit it. I was in energy. I missed it. I'm not missing this one, guys. I'm not going to miss it. You know, well, you can't chase more than one rabbit, Mark. You know, you have a very successful business. Yeah, I do. And I also make tiramisu, and I also, you know, I also wrote a book, and I also, you know, do catering and events and parties. And I also still have my energy company, and I still do this. So I'm chasing a lot of rabbits, but I could care less about the rabbit. I'm herding massive cattle into the corral called success, or as I like to say, it's financial freedom corral. Okay. So I'm pushing everything into that one corral. Financial freedom. What is financial freedom for me? It's time freedom. It's time with my family. I could care, like, honestly, I don't care about making millions and millions of dollars. I want my time to be paid for. That's it. Most people's time is not paid for. They're trading their life away for money. You know, how do you know if your time is still being paid for? Is whenever you can't get away when you want to get away. Okay. Oh man, I really want to go to that, you know, that event, but you know, can't, you know, because my boss really needs me. You know, I'd love to take off 3 weeks and go to Europe, but I can only take a week, you know, and I only get 1 week a year. That's when you know you're trading your time for money, guys. So this business, we can push into the crowd financial freedom. Why? Because the product's great. The usability of it is amazing. It's easy to use. And, you know, and all that other stuff, it works out. But so let me get to the point for tonight, because I don't want to waste a lot of your time, and I want to get to what a lot of you have been asking me. Okay, I've personally recruited 30 people in 3 weeks to join this business personally. Okay, we're going to talk about duplication, guys. Duplication. How do you want to see your business on autopilot? Do you want to see it to where it's duplicating, where we're seeing the massive success? Okay, then you got to lead with the opportunity. You have to tell people, listen, this could be the one. It really could be the one. All right. Why? There's no product. You don't have to push products. There's no auto ship. It's not like I have to call you and say, hey, Dave, I need you to order $300 a month for, if you want to get paid, buddy. None of that. Okay. It's a low cost of entry. I've had people join my business for as little as $9.97. Okay. Whenever they did the what do they call it? The Black Friday special when it was free to join. So Black Friday link, and they joined on a monthly, and they didn't opt in for the extra storage. For $9.97, they had a business up and running. Okay. Never. When I was in energy, it was $429 to join. If you want to make money in any business, you're spending a ton of money. Okay. Now I've had people who've joined my business with everything. I mean, they come on, they buy a full year. They'll get the extra 2 terabytes. They buy the updated back office for the 99 extra dollars. And I make 60. I think the most I made on one single person and one single sale was around $70. So that being said, there's a mixture of both, right? Ultimately, I'm going to make more on the people who, my Dropbox is full. I just got a notification. But ultimately there are, when somebody joins you on a monthly basis, you're actually going to make more money in the long haul because they're paying monthly. They don't get the 2 free months. So yeah, it's only $4, Mark, or it's only $9 when they join. I'm only making $4 a month. Well, get 1,000 people on your team, and now you're making $4,000 a month. On that trickle, and that doesn't include the downline pay and the binary and all that other stuff. Okay. So how do I recruit? How did I get 30 people to join my business? Well, the first thing I did was I took my friend Dave, who did it all wrong. I copied his message to me and I started sending it out to people. And well, guess what? It didn't work for me. Why would I assume that doing that would work? And I had people tell me, "Oh man, I thought that somebody hacked your account. It didn't look like you." Didn't sound like you in that text, Mark. Yeah, because it really wasn't me. I just copied and pasted, I mean, it's okay to be creative, but that was a stupid thing for me to do. But one thing I know is I don't do a lot of stupid for repeated. I don't repeat stupid a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I did it for a minute. And I said, okay, that's not working. What can I do next? So next, what I did is I did a combination where, actually, I went to in person. So I obviously Andrew Forsyth's on here, Jesus is on here. Andrew was the first person to jump on board in my team. So Andrew was the first one to come on, and it was in person. I believe I'd already messaged him and Jesus, and I saw him at church. I said, guys, we were working together with kids, and I said, hey, did you get the message I sent you? Oh yeah, I did. Did you look at it? No, whatever. And but they could maybe feel the excitement, in my voice a little bit. It's like, man, this isn't my first go around. And also, and Andrew can vouch for me on this one. I don't jump on everything. He's been with me where I've been offered some really, really key positions in companies that I've just flat out turned it down. I don't want to do it because to me it didn't make sense to the end user. I don't want to get into a business that only benefits me, and so you guys know that. So then I go, texting doesn't work. Personal, it works because right away Andrew's like, man, give me your link, I'm in. Okay, sign him up. Jesus comes on board. He comes, and then I said, okay, good. So then I realized I'm gonna have to take a minute on this business. It's not gonna be I just set it and forget it, plug and play type of thing. I need to physically call people, which some of you are doing. But if you're calling people saying, hey, do you want to get 6 terabytes for $9.97 a month? Man, you lost me at hello. It's opposite of Jerry Maguire, right? So, but if you call, so what I normally do is I'll text somebody and I say, hey, I found a business with no auto ship. No products, no auto ship. It's an international opportunity we could take to the nations, guys, which has really got me excited. I mean, like literally, you can flip a switch. Some of our fastest growing businesses is in Africa. Okay. I mean, because it's $9 to join. Okay. So anyway, I shoot out a quick text like that and I say, if you're interested in hearing more, just let me know. And then usually I get a reply back like, hey, I'm listening, or I'm all ears, or what's up. And then I call. Sometimes I just text somebody, hey, what's going on? Are you available? Are you available to talk? And yeah, sure. Because most if I call somebody and say, are you free to talk? You know why people will answer the phone when I call? Because I answer the phone when they call. All right. I mean, so like literally you guys have been in business. A lot of you have been in business with me, or you've been around my life, right? I very rarely does somebody call me or text me that I don't return the call right away, right? So I have equity. I have people equity. And a lot of you do too. So if you shoot somebody a quick text right now, if you said, hey, are you available? Can I call you in 5 minutes? Your reply will be yes. Okay. But now what do you do whenever you actually get the person on the phone? And this is it. Like for example, if I call Jesus right now and I say, hey, Jesus, hey, Mark, what do you need? You everything okay? Did somebody break into your house, or what? I need to come over there with my gun, no, Jesus, everything's cool. And if I go straight into a sales pitch on the product, I may lose him. He's busy. It's tax season or it's insurance season, and he's making calls and he's got a lot going on and it's open enrollment or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but I got to cut to the chase. Listen, I'm not going to waste a lot of your time. I found a business. It's a global international opportunity. And it's with a product that literally everybody's using. Everybody's using it. They're using it with iCloud. They're using it with Google Storage. They're using it with Dropbox. But guess what? None of those companies are paying people. Zero. If I could show you how you can get paid off a product you're using already, would it be worth like a minute of your time? I'm going to send you a link real quick. Watch a video and listen. Hey, Jesus, do me a favor. Secure yourself a spot, even if you don't want to do it right now. Okay. I don't care if it's for $9 a month, just because you know why? Because I'm building. This business is, I don't know. You probably don't know the whole lingo, but this business is what they call binary, which means that I can only go 2 wide. That's it, 2. And if you know my other business, I have over 2,000 people on my team. I put about maybe 100 on my first level. So imagine me now going deep. Do you want to be up here, or do you want to be somewhere? Do you want to miss the boat? So the people I called first were the people I know, love, and trust, and I care about. I'm calling my dad. Dad, listen, you've got a secure position. I know you. And he, well, I'm busy. My mom and dad are busy. That's fine. They're busy. I said that. So I let it go. And then I got 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, 4 person, 5 person in. And then finally I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, give me your credit card. I'm putting you in tonight. Like you're missing out, because now he's in, and under his one leg is a lot of potential, guys. I mean, a lot of potential. So I'm going right away. Who do you know? Who do you love? Who do you trust? Who do you want to take care of? Do you want to set up your mom with financial freedom just because you put her in a position? And now guess what? Everybody above you starting to build. Everybody below you starts to build. And there's mom sitting in the middle, right? Maybe you got to help mom out a little bit. Maybe I got to drop a couple under my dad eventually, or just say, Dad, give me some leads. If you're not going to build it, just give me 3 people I can talk to. It'll literally take me 10 minutes on the phone and you'll have a new business partner, because it all makes sense. Now, guys, I could go into the quality of the product. Go on the Wednesday night call. All right. The Wednesday night call is phenomenal. The founder of the company takes you on a tour of the facility. He anything that you could shoot a hole in, he already took care of it. Like he talks about it. In fact, I was on with Tony Udegard, and Tony's like asking me all these questions. Hey, does it do this? Does it do this? Does it do this? Right? And guess what? Everything I said that he asked was already gone over in the call with the founder. And I said, yes, they have 2 power sources into the facility. Each line of data is copied to the line right below it. They have like 5 air conditioning units. They have an offsite place where they store the backup data in case there's a a hurricane that blows through Texas and takes that building out. It's going somewhere else, and it's secure, military grade encryption. It's not owned by the Chinese government. They're not going to steal all your, like, they're not into stealing data, and even Tony said, well, it would take billions of dollars for them to mine and try to get that anyway. They're in the business of making money selling you a service. Why do they want to steal your info? So now we have this nice little place to go keep your files and pictures and things like that, right? And so if you're into that, get on the Wednesday night call. That was the first call that really solidified my belief in the actual product and the business. Besides Jesus calling, telling me how great it was me being on that call that really solidified it. Okay. So that's it. If you can hear, guys, I'm excited. I mean, if you can have the same level of excitement and realize, like, man, it's hitting, it's coming, like, it's literally coming. And who do you know, love, and trust? Who do you care about? Go call somebody and bless them right now. Like, I'm going to cash out you $30. You're joining the business. Like, like, there were some people that I did that with. I'm like, listen, man, like, you got to be in. I'm sending you a cash app right now. You're going to join. That's it. No questions asked. Because I know you, and you're not going to miss this opportunity. I know you. To me, I will sow all day long. I'm going to sow into people, because it's not like I'm sowing $15,000 into getting you started with a master pack or whatever. No, man, this is going to be super easy, right? If you want to bless somebody and get them a position, there's nothing wrong with that. Get them a $9.99 plus, whatever, but just don't make a habit of it. We're not in this business to give everything away. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, put them in the chat on that. Like, if you're having trouble with recruiting, if you're having trouble closing the deal, the number one thing, I used to work in a restaurant in California, and all over the walls, the chef had these little signs that said sense of urgency. You have to have a sense of urgency in a business like this. So don't ever get off the phone without them going to their site and getting started. Like, I was on a phone with a guy the other day in California, and he's like, oh man, he's like, I got to talk to my wife. And I mean, like, seriously, dude, like, did you have to talk to your wife when you took a helicopter ride in Orlando? Did you call her up to spend $800 to go for a joyride, around Orlando? No, you just did it. So now you're going to call your wife about $9? Come on, man. Like, I'm not going to call Christina and be like, hey, Christina, can I stop and buy myself a cup of coffee on the way home from church today? It's going to cost me $9. I don't do that. I mean, like, certain things in life, I can just do it, right? Like, if it's a husband-wife issue, maybe it's because I'm joining for a year. It's going to cost me $100. But you know what? My wife she's going to say, what'd you do, Mark? Well, I actually joined this business that, we're going to, instead of me paying Dropbox $19 a month, and also Google like $5 a month, and iCloud, whatever, I'm going to pay them $9.97 a month. In fact, I actually bought the whole year for $99, and we're done. And I got 6 terabytes. So I'm eliminating all that debt that we already have. So I'm freeing up some room in my budget. And then guess what? I referred like 30 people. I made $1,000. You think she's going to get upset with me? I don't think so. It's not going to happen. Okay. So that's my spiel on how to recruit. Next, I'm going to jump into a quick screen share of the back office, because I want to run through a couple things that I think you guys all need to know. Don't be afraid to put it in the chat if you have a question. I'm also going live right now on YouTube, but it's private. Okay, so I can only share a link. It's not live, it's live private, because I will discuss my back office and stuff like that. So if you want the link, I'll post it up on Telegram. And, you can share it with your new people, somebody coming in the business, but don't like send it out to just strangers or whatever. Okay. Because this is not really a recruiting video. So, I mean, hey, if you're on here and you're watching for the first time, if you're not in the business and you're watching right now, I take 2 seconds, take the link that the person sent you and fill it out. Okay. So while I'm on that topic, real quick, let's do our people a favor when they're signing. Okay. So here's what I do. I send you a link. Then I get on the phone with you. I say, listen, there's going to be 3 options that they're going to add on for you. So I'm going to go over them with you right now. Okay. When you join, you can choose actually four. When you join, you can choose $9.99 a month or $9.97 a month or $99 a year. Just so you know, you save 2 months by picking the option number two, the $99. But I understand everybody has a budget. You know, maybe your budget right now with Christmas or whatever doesn't fit 99. But if it does, I highly recommend doing the $99. You know why? Because you're done. It's a set it and forget it. You don't have to worry about it. It's not like every month, like, man, what the heck's this $9 coming out of my bank for, right? So number two is they're automatically going to click a box. I wish my light was better. They're automatically going to click a box that says $9 extra for the third party backup. Do not unclick it, guys, because that's the one where if the building gets leveled by a hurricane, you know, if you don't have that box clicked and you don't pay that $9, guess what? So too bad, so sad. You don't have the third party backup. So just do it. Okay, it's $9. All right. And if you need $9, let me know. I'll send you a Cash App too. Okay. But and this is how I talk to people. So then the next one is the next option that they're going to offer for you is going to be for 2 extra terabytes for $99. One time, period, one time. And I sold that one time to a guy who's super smart when it comes to computers and data and stuff like that. And I told him, like I tell everybody, I said, listen, you probably do not need 8 terabytes. I mean, 6 terabytes is 4 million pictures. So unless you're my wife, and you take pictures like, I mean, literally, like you could go through her pictures like watching a movie, right? But unless you're like that, most people won't hit it. But now if you're a videographer, you know, whatever, you may need it. Okay. So if you want, do it. And so the guy that I was showing goes, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that for one time, $99, I get 2 terabytes for the rest of my life? I go, yeah, but you're probably not going to use it. He's like, Mark, he goes, it's a family plan. He goes, it's 6 users. He goes, my kids will use it. He goes, believe me, in the course of our lifetime, we're going to use it. He goes, I'm buying it. So he bought it. So anyways, that's the way I just tell people, you don't get it, I'm fine with that. He wanted it, so he bought it. 1 out of 30. But guess what? You can add it later if you need to. It's really no big deal. Okay, then I say, okay, now here you got to listen to this one. The next one is for the automated back office, right? So they're going to add this feature to your back office. They're going to offer it to you for $199. So when you come on, it's going to say $199, and it's going to say we'll help you with emails. You know, you just set it and forget it. You know, with your business. Now that one I bought $199. I bought it, and then I was helping Andrew join, and I said, yeah, I said right now just hit no, right? And he hit no, and it kind of re-offered him for $99. So I paid $199, whatever. I'm gonna use. I made my money back. Andrew paid $99, and so does everybody else from this point forward. Because everybody who I sign, I tell them, even if you want it, click no and buy it for $99, guys. Why would I want it? Well, because listen, I'm gonna eventually run out of leads. You know, run out of my warm market. It's gonna run out. I mean, you know why? Because I don't clear cut forests, and I don't take people from people. I just don't do that. So there's going to be a day where my team, where you know people that I know, and it's already starting to happen. You know, like Thomas knows somebody that I know. I'm on the phone with that person, and they're like, "Well, Thomas already showed me." And then I say, "Okay, go in under Thomas. That's fine." There's going to be a day where that happens more often for me because I mean the team's starting to get bigger, and so I'm going to back off of that. But guess what? The company has a lead generation program. So he's going to go out. They're going to spend all the money to run the YouTube ads, the Facebook ads, you know, all this stuff. And then for $100, you get 40 leads. Then they give you all the templates as a part of that program. That $99 extra has templates already built. So you can load in everybody's email address into it's like a CRM, right? And then all you have to do is pick which format you want to send and hit go. That's it. So I purchased it. You know, some of you didn't. That's perfect. Oh, look, I'm out of data again. Dropbox just popped up. I need to get Dropbox off my computer now because I just integrated it. Okay. But so anyways, that's what I do. That's how I help the person to join. Okay. So now the person is in your team. You have to place them in your team. I had no clue how a binary plan worked. I didn't know. I mean, I just jumped in and just went blazing. Like, I'm like, okay, man, I'm just going to build my one. There was nobody under me. Nobody. I mean, then I had a couple people from Italy come under me. And so I said, well, that leg's moving along. So I'll just go on the right side and just build it. Like, I didn't take my time to learn the binary. So I sent all of you a cool video, a YouTube video via Telegram on how to build your binary. And man, I wish I would have watched it, but it's okay because I've done all of it. You know, I've done exactly what they tell you to do, but I just did it a little bit out of order. So in the video, and what they do is they explain to you that your first person, let's say I put you in the business, and there's a power leg, it's a bigger leg. You know, and so like, let's say I stick you in the business, you could go and put that person over, you know, on your inside leg, or you can drop one at the bottom of your power leg. Okay. And then the next one goes into your inside leg. Okay. Into your personal inside leg. You know, and so by creating a culture where we're all sewing our first one into the power leg, our business is going to take on a life of its own. Guys, we're all about sowing and reaping. That's what we do, right? I sow into you, and I reap my reward. I sow into the kingdom, I reap a harvest, right? And so what I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick because I have to place somebody today. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do it here live, but what I'll do is I'm going to do a quick screen share. And back. Hey, everybody. If you came on, just hit mute. Oh, wait, let me make sure I have the right one here. Give me 1 second, folks. I got to jump in here real quick and pull up that backup. Go back this in. And go to, here we go. Okay, sure. Okay, here's my lead capture system. Now let me just go real quick to my business. So this is your back office. So when you first come on, if you haven't logged in yet, this is what this is for the back side of the business, right? So I'm just helping you out here real quick. Somebody just joined your business today. Okay. So now I'm going to go place the person. So watch this. I go into my business and I go to my download. Okay. And okay. So this is just showing the first few people up here, but I'm not going to open the full downline because then I have to share it separately, I think. But you see here how I have my left leg and I have my right leg. Okay. So like, for example, Andrew right now, he's got his right and left leg. Okay. So he's right here. And then on the other side of these, this is all Italy. Now, I have a power leg and then I have a pay leg. Your power leg has to be twice the size of your pay leg. So I spend a lot of time building out my power leg, but occasionally I put somebody over on the pay leg. Is that a detriment to that person? No, because I believe that we will be the fastest growing team in the entire company. I'm just going to come flat out say it, that we'll be the fastest growing team in the company. So I don't care what leg you came in on. You will be very successful. So it doesn't matter. So anyways, let me just do this real quick. Let me see what happens if I open it up. Give me 1 second. Show off the download. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. All right, so let me go stop my share. Hang on. And then I got to reshare. Sorry about this, guys, because I want you to see. Here it is right here. Okay. So now let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay. Okay. So now I bring up when I'm placing somebody, guys. So you see how there's two different legs? So the right side over here, this is the power side. See how much bigger it is than the left side? Okay. So when you join, you want to take your first person. So let's say I joined today. under Pastor Jordan. So actually, let's do this. If you don't mind, Pastor Jordan, I'm going to just bring you up. Let me just do that here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make it so I can see it. It was easier whenever there was only like 3 people on here. But I'm not complaining, right? Okay. So let's get this thing moved over here and let's go down. And down. Okay. Sorry about that. So what you want to do, guys, is you want to take your very first one. Dang it, I can't move it. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go. So let me just do this. So here we go. So you see here, I'll just use you as an example, Pastor Jordan. So check this out. So right here, if he gets his very first person in the business, okay, the best way to build is to take number 1 and put them down here at the bottom of the power leg. It's like sewing one into your power leg, okay? Then you put number 2, then the second person that joins goes into your pay leg over there to the left where it says empty, okay? So if you have a power leg, now see Dr. Buddy down at the very bottom there, because he just joined up today, there's 2 spots below him. So when he joins, let's say I put somebody here or somebody above him, put somebody in this empty leg. He wants to contribute his very first person to this leg, to that outside leg. Okay, it's always an outside leg, never an inside leg. Okay, then what'll happen is number 2, he can start building out his inside leg because hopefully, just like with Pastor Jordan here, he's already got 1, 2, 3 people under him, right? So then he sews number 4 to that right side. Then number 5, he starts building and he teaches his people to do the exact same thing. Put 1 under the outside leg. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch the video that I sent you and it'll make a heck of a lot more sense. Okay. So hopefully that kind of makes a little bit of sense on how to place somebody. So I love that video, guys. If you didn't see it, watch it because it makes so much sense. And it really fits in with what we do even here with our ministry. It's like, I'm all about giving. And obviously, look, I mean, if you're in the business, you're benefiting from what I'm putting under you. I mean, it's going to happen regardless, right? And your people are going to benefit from what you're putting under them. I love this model. Okay, so that's number 1, how to place somebody. So all you would have to do is go to one of those empty circles and touch it on your phone or click on it, and then it'll have the person's name, and then you click on it. And it'll say, "Are you sure you want to put so and so there? Because you can't move them." And then you say yes, and then they're there. Okay. I did have somebody put 1 in the wrong spot. I reached out to corporate and they fixed it for me. I've had 1 Zoom with the founder of the company already because we're in the last month we were number 5 in the world for growth. Our team, my wife and I, and all you guys. So you know that he reaches out to people who are moving and shaking. So thank God, just like any other business I've ever done, we're gonna have favor with corporate. Okay, so that's cool. But let's not make too many mistakes. All right. Now let me go back to real quick. Let me just bring this back up because I want to show you a couple more things in the back office that are very important. And if you got to go, guys, you can go. Don't worry about it. Because I know some of you had to leave, but if you can stay on for just a few more minutes, I want to show you a few more things. Okay. So let me just share with you real quick. Okay, back to here. All right, so you've joined the business. You have, you get in, you watch some of these videos. Watch, the Got Backup dashboard, the promotional tools, comp plan. Okay, watch those 3 videos. But you're going to want to go right here under Got Backup. See how it says digital tools? Okay, so I expand digital tools. Then under Got Backup, it says use this tool. Okay. So this is where you go to learn how to use your and to set up your back office, right? So down under here, if you have Mac and an Apple phone, if you have Windows and an Android phone, or if you have Linux, you just click on the videos. There's a guy on there does a phenomenal job of teaching. Just do what he tells you to do and get everything set up. It's super easy to do it, guys. Like, it just takes a minute. I mean, literally, it takes a minute. But this is where I have to quote Jesus on this one, because he says that this is the sticky part of the business, right? You know, and I think me and him were talking, and he said that a business that everyone should get into is like storage units, right? I think it was me and him were talking about that at one point. So why? And I tell this story, you know, I bought a Christmas tree. I always used to cut mine down in the forest, but, you know, I moved to Florida and I bought a real tree, and then we left for a month, and I came home and it was like a bunch of brown needles all over my floor, right? Because stuff dies here, you know, like that. Doesn't last very long. So I bought a tree. So that tree sits in my storage unit. I bought the tree for $200, but it cost me about $36,000 now, you know, because every month I pay my storage unit fee of $212. Why don't I get rid of my storage unit? Because I live in a townhome and I don't have any extra place to put it. So my storage unit has stuff that is important to me. What's important in there? I don't know, but it's important. I have CDs from whenever I was a kid, right? I mean, but I'm not listening to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre anymore. I could probably throw those CDs away, but I have thousands of them, right? And so they're in my storage shed, but I'm paying for it. That's what we have our hands on, guys. You start taking those pictures. And it's funny because I'm cleaning out my Dropbox right now, and I clicked on Dropbox and I saw a wedding, and I'm like, oh, check this out. And there's my wedding pictures from 25 years ago that I uploaded to Dropbox at some point, and they're getting moved into got backup. So I haven't looked at them in forever. But just like those CDs and just like those old photo albums that I have in storage units and those old VHS tapes that I don't even have a VHS player for anymore, right? And, you know, it's sad because I'll find something and I'm like, oh, man, look at this. I found, you know, whatever. And then I take it out and it like disintegrates in my hand. You know, it's like I stored this thing all these years. It just fell apart, you know, or like you go to open a book and all the pages are like moths fly out of it, right? But that's the beauty of this thing. It's sticky. So real quick, once you've learned how, I learned this the other day. It's really cool. So in this part right here, it shows I have 6,000 gigabytes. I've used 198 gigabytes. Oh, I'm sorry. I have 6,000. I've used 198. I got a little bit of room, okay, to go. And so let's go to auto login right there below that circle. Give it a minute. I think I might have to switch to a different page. So let me bring this up. Give me 1 second. So let me stop the share. See, I'm not real good with this stuff. So I'll stop the share. Go back to screen share. And I think it's this page here. I'll hit share. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna look green for a minute. Good. All right, so that's coming out. Let me drop that down. So this is my back office. Okay. So as you can see, if you look under, it says recommended files, you're going to see a lot of weird stuff on here. You see how it says shipping barcodes, labels, print labels, because what I'm doing right now is I am bringing in all of my old Dropbox stuff. Okay. But how do you do that? Like, you know, I don't want to sit there and copy and paste 50,000 files to bring all these files in. Well, let me show you. It's super easy. If you look at the top, you see how it says good evening, Mark Alfano? Right above the G in good evening, you see the Dropbox symbol right there. And look at when I hover my mouse over it, it says data migration. Data migration. Look, I click on it. Okay. It's going to spin. It's going to open up. Now look at what happened again. Okay, look, this is perfect. So right here, it says import from Dropbox. So I clicked on it. Now see how the bottom one says sign in with Google? I haven't done Google yet because I don't want to like get 90 things happening at one time. Okay, so I did Dropbox first. Now watch. Dropbox keeps throttling my transfers. So every couple days I come in and it says, see, Dropbox storage size is 552 gigs. If I put import here, it'll start to import the files. It keeps shutting it off, but I've got a ton in there. So let's go look at it. So now I go up here to the top, you see files. I click on files. The top. So now my Dropbox, when I bring open my files, okay. You see I have, this is how I set up my file folder. Okay, guys, we have 6 users. I only use 1. So instead of having 6 logins, I have 1 login on everybody's phone but you don't have to do that. I mean, if you have a business that you don't want your kids having access to your real estate files or whatever, or your insurance files, you can set up a separate one with just those files in it. Okay. But I have Gianni's phone right here. I have Christina's phone and I have my phone. If I open up Dropbox, it's going to open up, and this is what it's been bringing over. Okay, so when I go down through here, I mean, it's years and years of stuff. Some of it's music. I might have Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre in this file. Who knows? It's just like my storage unit. I mean, who knows what I got in here? That's Counting Crows, you know, pictures from, 150 years ago, 31 folders, 15 files. So not only does it bring it over, it organized it. What? I lost audio? Hang on a minute. I heard you. Let me go back to structure. Okay. Maybe Christine, if you guys can't hear me, just put a message. Oh, there's Johnny's pictures. I can see what my son's been doing, goofing around.
I'm still here.
Okay, good. So everybody, maybe Christina just lost audio. So anyways, I love it because that's my son. That's his phone. He's uploading stuff instantaneously. So you break it down into files. Like here's my computer. I have 2 different Microsoft Surfaces. Here's number 1. Here's my old Surface. So, I mean, a lot of this stuff is just junk files anyway. But if I go into my phone, I have my camera right here. So I can go to camera. And then when I go to my camera, it'll load up, these are pictures that I've recently taken. So, and it's cool because there's videos, there's pictures. And let's just like, there's a bunch of videos that just came through. I got all kind of stuff in here, right? So there's that. And then I think that it even does look down here at the very bottom, it's 2023. So if I click on 2023, and now here's November, here's December. And then that's going to load up. Okay. And let's say I wanted to share a picture. Here, I'll do that. Let me see if I can do it. I would just hit share a link right here. And that's it. So then you take that, you share the link. It puts it into your clipboard right there. Copied into my clipboard already. And then I could go to, I'll do this right now. Let me go over to, see if that'll work. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to send it on Telegram. So there it is. I just sent that picture straight over to Telegram. So for those of you who are on the Telegram group, you'll see a picture just popped up out of my memory. How fast was that? So it's pretty cool stuff that we can do. So anyways, let me go back to that. Let me go back out of here. So anyways, that's the files. That's the back office. There's the dashboard. And as you can see, guys, it's super easy. So let me go ahead and just bring this down real quick. Okay, cool. If I was lagging a little bit, the reason why is because this computer is so old. and I actually bought a new one, but I don't like it because, well, I like it, but I don't like because it's all USB-C now, and I can't plug my microphone into it. Because my microphone is just regular USB, so I need to get a update port. So guys, listen, hopefully that was helpful for you. I mean, it's a lot for us to digest in a short amount of time. You can go back and rewatch, but I'm gonna try to do
Mark,
these more often. Yeah, go for it.
you don't have to actually buy a new computer for that. You can just buy an adapter. That's all it needs.
Well, I did both.
Yeah,
I bought a
Oh, you already bought the new one. Otherwise, you
I
didn't
bought
have to.
I bought it like a year ago, but I just I don't really use it as much. I need to start using it because it's a lot faster. But this computer, the reason why it gets laggy is because my memory is almost totally full. So that's why this got backup. Is what this is the reality that people are living in, guys. Like seriously, like people's phones are full. My wife and I go on a trip. She's always deleting pictures. Like I got to delete, oh man, look at that sunset. Oh, hurry up, get a picture of it. Oh crap, my phone's full. I got to delete a picture, got to delete our wedding pictures, I mean, that's like the reality of life, right? But with Got Backup now, what's really cool is all that stuff. And we can go into even more detail, but there's training calls for that. Just make sure you get on the training calls every week. But guys, I believe that corporate is putting out a contest called the 2% contest because I heard Joel allude to this. So if he said that if you can recruit 10 people, you're in the top 2% of all of network marketing. So I'm believing that that's what the contest is going to be. So, let's all go for 10. Can you find 10 people right now to spend $9? Can you do it? I mean, I know I can, right? So can you find 10 people and just don't worry about selling the product right now. Sell the business opportunity, guys, because that's the other thing too, is when I joined, there was only 30,000 people on the service, 30,000. Joel said that on Wednesday night, there's like 120 now. We're going to hit 1 million by the end of next year. So being in when there's only 100 and some thousand people in the world means that you came to the right place at the right time with the right opportunity. All right. So I know I went full hour, but there's so much to go over, guys. Hopefully you took notes. I did record. Well, I didn't record. I put it live on YouTube. I will share a link on Telegram. Does anybody have any questions before I go? And if you got to go, guys, just, jump off.
How do you send it? Everybody's Telegram profile.
You broke up a little bit, so I missed that. Can you type it in?
Do you have everybody? Do you have everybody's Telegram's profile?
No, I don't. I have about 30 people right now in Telegram. So we need to get I think I added you. Thanks, Aces. I believe that I added you. Did I add you today?
I don't know if I haven't checked it yet, but I don't know if you did.
Okay. Let me see. Let me check. I'll check right now. But if I didn't, I'll get right on that. Are you on Telegram?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let me just add member, and then let me see where you're at on here. Okay. I think you're under Soup Guy. Okay. Yep, I got you. So I already added you. I added you today, so you're on there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So just say, and then I'm trying to do. Did any of you? Hey, welcome, Brandon. So I just got a text. Brandon just joined too. Did any of you guys get my email tonight? Did anybody see an email come through? Because I'm just trying to figure out the email program. If you did, let me know in the chat if you got my email or not. But if not, I mean, I'm still working on that email thing. I think it's set the time to mail it at 1700 hour or whatever. I don't know military time. I guess I should figure that out. You think being a pilot, I should know all that stuff, but All right, and then obviously, guys, go on to Telegram if there's anything you want to see, anything you want to learn. Maybe I'll do this again next week. All right. Oh, you got the email. Good. All right. Awesome, John. So it did work. All right, cool. Was it the John? Was it the one that said 30 minutes till, or was it the one that said 10 minutes till with a link? I didn't get it. Email 17. Oh yeah, 5 p.m.
Hey, Mark. Yeah. So, I think we got the 31.
Okay.
It was just a 30-minute one, and that's basically how we do all our business is Zoom. So Sri's kind of like a guru for Zoom. You can
Okay, cool.
you can even cut yourself out and put yourself behind a presentation if you want to, so it looks like there's but this is
Okay,
interesting.
good. Well, we should work on it because I got a download file from corporate on the actual PowerPoint presentation to present the business. So we could do that.
Oh,
We could
yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Just send it. Yeah, when you get it ready, share it definitely. Let me know.
Yeah.
We
So
can
that's what we're
set-
gonna do. So my team in Italy sent it over to me. Those guys were asking me, they're like, Mark, can you please do a training? Can you please do a training? Because they see the numbers we're putting up and they want to do it. But the problem with Italy is it's like midnight there right now. So I tried to start at 6 o'clock just to get it, but I'd have to do it at like noon here to make sense for them. But I may do restream. I might try to restream.
Yeah, Sri just asked, is this global? I said, yeah, this is global. And that's what he was saying right now. It's like only 130,000 people global.
Yeah. And so
wasting
check
your
this
time.
out, John, when we had the call with corporate, I asked him, I said, what countries are we in? He said, we're in any country that has a computer. And so he says,
Sweet.
right now, we're in like 128 countries with active people, right? But he says that the next day, like somebody could join tomorrow from Costa Rica, right? Now Costa Rica's on board. He said the only
Right.
thing you're going to have issues with is like Russia, for example, has sanctions with the US, the USD.
That's amazing. I wonder why.
Yeah, but he said that we're launching into crypto for payment. And he says once we go into crypto for payment, everything's going to open up because there's no restrictions. So like literally, like right now, we can't accept the rubles or whatever the heck the Russians are spending over there.
Right.
You can tell my Russian is like still David Hasselhoff era when he was tearing down the wall and all that stuff
Yeah, that's funny.
in
Yeah.
Germany. So anyways, so that's going to be huge. So we get into that. And then another thing is you have to remember, like, this is one building. We're backing up to one server right now in Texas. He told me how many petabytes they have. It's huge. I mean, so that one building can handle a ton of traffic. And then in other countries, they have servers. So they had one in Ukraine. They had to shut it down, but they have them in Canada. They have them all over. But what's going to happen is obviously as we grow, as the money increases, the business is going to grow, and like, just to get you guys excited, Dropbox has 700 million users. We have 130,000. You think there's a little bit of opportunity?
Yeah.
I mean, if we can put a 1% dent on their market, a 10% dent on their market on what they're bringing in, we're all set for life, guys.
Yeah, and I think it's right too, because what we're learning too is not about selling someone a product; it's actually about selling a service. If you and you focus on that, and that's what it is. It's just hey, it might be a good fit for you.
Yeah, and the thing is for me, like I'm leading. That's what I was trained on tonight. Really, just leading with the business. Like if you guys can't see that you're the opportunity of a lifetime, and then you see how easy the product works. I mean, go into Telegram right now. Look at the link I just sent. And you'll see a picture that I took from my phone that was instantaneously dropped in there. It's so user friendly, And in fact, on the corporate call, I love it because the owner, he'll take he'll take a picture of a spoon or something, and then he instant uploads to got backup. He drops the link and it's in the chat.
Right, nice.
So it's pretty cool
Right.
stuff. Yeah, it's
So
pretty
you
cool.
could do video too.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you could do these videos, record your Zoom calls for archiving, and then just upload them to YouTube and just store them all.
Exactly, right. Yeah, so right now I'm live on YouTube and so but it's saved as a private, so I didn't go
Oh,
public.
okay. Yeah.
And
you
so
want
what
to
I'll do
put-
is I'll post the link because this way I don't have to worry about saving it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm taking up space. We just
Yeah.
got that. We got the 10-minute thing 3 minutes ago.
Awesome. All right. Well, it's a little bit late, but we'll get you. I'll figure this thing out.
Oh, we all will. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Hey, John. All right, guys. Well,
Mark,
let's see if
Mark,
has a
one question.
Yeah, go for it.
You know, I was expecting to get the email and the directions from the company, and I haven't received email yet.
Did you check your spam?
Oh, you think
Yeah.
it's in?
90%
Okay,
of the ones
I'll
are
do
going
that.
straight to spam. Okay. Yeah. Same for you, Joyce. Oh, if you didn't get my one for tonight, Joyce, it's probably in your spam mail. Yeah, check your spam.
No, yours I got the going live. I got yours going live in 30 minutes, in 10 minutes. I got all that. But
But you didn't
not
get your
the,
welcome.
no,
Okay, check spam
no.
for
I'm
it.
checking
and-
spam.
Yeah, check it, and then but it doesn't. It's okay because all it says is welcome to Got Backup, and then it'll have the two links. Which I mean, if you need help getting the link, I'll help you get it. But
Okay,
it's
all right,
probably
thank you.
most likely it's in your spam mail.
Checking.
Okay, and it might say like from Joel or whatever. Because sometimes I don't get.
Yeah, nothing. I checked my. Oh, I did actually. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's
cool.
in my spam.
There you go.
But the fun. They got to do something so that this particular mail doesn't go into the spam because it's an
Yeah.
important mail.
Yeah, I know. It is. But like I said, I just tell everybody. I mean, you know what? I don't like the idea of them automatically putting everything into spam anyway. I think the issue is like, this company originally the parent company makes a living doing internet marketing. And so I think that they probably get flagged for spam for a lot of different things like email campaigns and different things like that. So but it's cool is like in my back office I can see if it's going to get flagged. Because you can kind of run it through a test. Like I did one test email to myself and it came up in my spam mail. So it'll tell you what adjustments because it's just how spam is.
Yeah.
So I'll make that a message to corporate. And we need to work on that. But anyways, hey, we're brand new, guys. We're learning. I can't wait to see where we'll be in a year. Who's going to be a millionaire? I saw Buddy Bell says millionaire in the making on the thing, so I believe he'll be a millionaire. I'm going to be one. So that's going to be you. Let's go for it.
We're called to be it. That's what we're here for.
That's right. Raising up 300 multimillionaires. Let's make
That's
it
right.
600. Let's just go for it. Hey,
Let's go.
Christina's going to be a millionaire. All right, guys. All right. Well, I'm going to tune out. I got to go eat dinner. I'll talk to you.